Hey guys, it's me again. When I was going through my notes, I realized that there's several dreams that I have not shared that I need to share, and oh boy, I've got a lot of work to do. I will try my hardest to get this done today, as I'm going out of town tomorrow and I don't know if I'll be able to make any videos while I'm out of town. And I'm going to be gone for quite a while, so I'm going to go ahead and get on with this next video. It's about the tsunami dream that I had. Hold on, let me pull up. I thought I had the right one pulled up and I don't. I have it in my notes. Okay, here it is. This is like the fourth tsunami dream I've had in the past several months. But yeah, I had this on March 23rd. And this one was definitely different than my other tsunami dreams, although I know I don't think I've shared any of it. This one was definitely different, and when I have time I will go, because this one definitely hit home for me, since I believe where I was in the dream was in Florida, which is where I'm from. In this dream I saw an asteroid hit the water. It looked like it wasn't very far offshore too, and this was a two-part dream. I had two different scenes in this dream. In the first scene, I was with my kids in this building. It seemed like it was a shelter of some sort, but my kids were not the age that they are now. They're a bit older now, but they were definitely younger in this scene. It was at night, and I looked out the long landscape window, and I saw the asteroid, and I heard the words whispered, "burning as a torch." And yes, that's in the Bible. I will post where it is in the description box. And the asteroid plunged into the sea. I instantly saw the initial waves rising, and I started yelling out to everybody, "A tsunami! A tsunami! Everyone, wake up! A tsunami's coming!" I went to wake up one of my kids, although I can't remember which one, and he or she got up almost right away. I went to wake up the other one, and he or she was stubborn and would not wake up at first. During this, I kept yelling to everyone about the tsunami. The second child finally and reluctantly got up, and we started getting out of there. I was holding on to one of my children in the front, and my daughter was hanging onto my back. Alright, I'm skipping ahead here. And my husband wasn't there for some reason. As soon as this comet hit the water, or asteroid, the first wave hit within a few seconds, or maybe a few minutes. But while I was rushing through the room trying to wake people up, the other waves weren't coming. It's like they were being held back, waiting for me and the kids to get going. When we finally did get going, the waves started coming in. We kept running, and although we were getting hit with the waves, they seemed rather small, and they actually helped propel us forward. And the further forward we moved, the further away from the beach we got. We kept running, got away from the crowd that we were trying to weave through, and got further inland. We kept running. We came up to this fancy Indian, or maybe it was a Thai-looking hotel, and tried to get in so that we could go up, but the doors were locked. We tried another way. We kept running until we came upon this fast food restaurant, and went inside and started begging the counter girls if we could get behind the counter. I was also saying to them that a tsunami was coming. The dream then switched scenes at this point. I was out on the beach on vacation with my boyfriend. He seemed rather young, like early to mid-20s. It was daytime, and we seemed to be at some beach resort. I have no idea where, or at least I didn't in the dream, and after I woke up and did some research, I think I may have found an area. Again, it seemed like it was in Florida. Where was I? Looked out at the water and saw the waves coming. These waves were a lot bigger than in the first part of the dream. I mean, a lot bigger. They towered. They probably would have towered over the tallest buildings. I grabbed his hand and we started fleeing. At this point, the dream became fuzzy, but again, we started getting hit by the waves, but were somehow able to get away. The next thing I remember, we were back at our hotel packing up. I remember us talking about where we wanted to finish out our vacation. He said, home. I said, are you sure we could go? But he cut me off and said, again, home. There's no place I'd rather be at the moment. I laughed and said, yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, home it is. And as we were walking down the hallway to the elevator, I remember he had his arms around me. It was somewhere around this point that I realized that I was just dreaming. I mention this because I rarely realize that I'm dreaming. I don't seem to have this ability while I'm sleeping, but I will realize that I am dreaming. And as I realized this, I looked up and I whispered so that my boyfriend wouldn't hear, Jesus, what are you trying to tell me or show me? My boyfriend then let me go, walked ahead of me, and disappeared through the wall. I followed after him. I then woke up. At some point in this dream, I was also given a date, but I don't remember what it was. I remember the 15th, and that it was M, but I'm not sure which. I remember thinking when I woke up that, no, March has already passed, so it must have been May. But I will say this, though. After I got up and later started doing some research on it, the idea came to me, well, what if the name of the month was a Hebrew month that started with the letter M? And so I looked that up, and sure enough, there is a month that starts with the letter M. It's, and I'm probably going to say this really choppy, so forgive me, Marcheshavat. And it differs depending on the year, because the Hebrew calendar follows the lunar cycles, and a day is from sunset to sunset. That's sunset the next. And I looked up what the 15th of Marcheshavat would be for this year, and it's the month of November. Now, as I said, I saw this comet hit in the middle of the night, it seems, so it would have been between the 14th and 15th, I'm assuming. Late on the 14th, early on the 15th. I got the impression it was like really early in the morning, maybe around 2 a.m. or so. So, and the corresponding month on our Gregorian calendar is November 3rd, 4th. So, early in the morning on the 4th of November. That is, if this indeed is going to happen then, but it may very well be in mid-May. I don't know. I don't even know if it's this year. It could be. I was not given a year. I was just given a date, and the date's not even clear at that, so take that into account. Alright, so that's it. That was my dream from, how long ago was that? A little over a week ago, about a week and a half ago. I plead the blood of Jesus over this message, and I pray that any of you hear this will be able to understand it and maybe possibly give me some insights or some interpretations. Anyway, take care and God bless.